ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ओम शांति शांति शांतिः प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानैस्थिरचरनिकर व्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः माया संख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विधिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्थविष्ठान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् स्वमति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरपि शनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पात्वसौ नस्तुरीयः
Mandukya Upanishad with Karikas, chapter 3, Karika 12. Read.
द्वयोर्द्वयोर्मधुज्ञाने परं ब्रह्म प्रकाशितं पृथिव्यामुदरे चैव यथाकाशः प्रकाशितः.
There is no duality, Dvaita Jagat. All that is there only one non-dual Brahma. This was cited from Madhu Vidya. Madhu Vidya is Brahma Vidya only from Chandogya Upanishad. Not Chandogya, I mean this Brihadaranyaka. Now, Brihadaranyaka, chapter 2, 5th Brahmana called Madhu Brahmana, which is considered as Dvaita Bhakshaka Brahmana. It points out one and the same Brahma at the Adhyatma level, at the individual level, and also at the totality level, Adhidaivata level. Example of Prithvi was given. So, until entire duality is ended, till then, what? All thing is negated, what remains is one Brahma only. This was revealed and here it is quoted. We are seeing the Bhashya, Brahma Vidyakhyam. Read. Page 145, second line.
ब्रह्म विद्याख्यम मध्वम मधु अमृतत्वम मधु अमृतम अमृतत्वम मोदन हेतुत्वात् विज्ञायते यस्मिन् इति मधुज्ञानम मधुब्राह्मणम तस्मिन् इत्यर्थः.
See, in the Karika, it was pointed out, dvayoho madhujnane. The word madhujnana is taken. It's saptami, second locative case, madhujnane. What is meant by this madhujnana? It is Brahma Vidya only. How is it so? That is what Bhashya Karika is commenting here. That madhujnana is what is called, it is a Brahma Vidyakhyam, otherwise called as Brahma Vidya. How do we arrive at this meaning of Brahma Vidya in the context of madhujnana? Is being derived now. Madhu means here Amrutam, means Amrutatvam. Madhu means Amruta means immortal. Amrutatva means immortality. How do we connect this meaning with Madhu and immortality? The reason is given. Modhana hetutvat vidnyayate yasmin iti. Because that Madhu, so-called Madhu here is Modhana hetutvat, being the cause of Modhana, delight, happiness. In the sense that which is the source of happiness. Literally, the word Madhu means sweet, honey. In that sense, that which is the ultimate source of happiness, Modhanatva, Vidnyayate Yasmiti, means which is known as the ultimate cause of the happiness, iti Madhujnanam. It's called as Madhujnana, means Madhu Brahmanam. Madhu Brahmana or Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tasmin, locative, Madhujnane ityartha. Simple. Madhujnane means in the Brahma Vidya section of Brihadaranyaka, chapter 2nd, 5th Brahmana, that's all. There it is elaborated. Now the question is, what is told there, or like what it is so? The question is put now. Continue.
Kimiva iti aha.
Kim Iva. Kim Iva means like what it is told there. Where in the Madhu Brahmana, like what it is told there. Answer is given by Bhashya Karika. Continue.
पृथिव्याम उदरे चैव यथा एकः आकाशः अनुमानेन प्रकाशितः लोके तद्वत् इत्यर्थः.
See, Pruthivyam Udarecha, in the earth and in our stomachs. Yatha Ekaha Akasha, just as the one space is what Anumanena Prakashita, is revealed by inference. See, space is all pervasive. In that, whatever that upadhi or a container comes into existence, same space must be there. There are no two spaces. As far as space is concerned, it is what all pervades in its own sphere. Everywhere it must be one and same. Whether it is a huge bowl or the needle, the eye of a needle, space is one. Just as, see, in the earth, in this globe, whatever space is contained, and udarecha eva, in our stomach, whatever space is there, just as it is one. Ekaha, akasha, Anumanena prakashita. By inference, it is revealed, shown. Loke, in the world. Tadvat. Tadvat here in the same manner, in the sense that is in Shruti and in inference, one and the same Atma is revealed at where? At this Adhyatma and Adhidaiva level. At the Veshti individual level, Samashti totality level, Adhidaiva Adhyatma. At the phenomenal level and individual level, one and the same Atma, Brahma is revealed. So in the Shruti, which is also can be inferred by reasoning as given in the Akasha example, Gata Akasha example. Another reason is being given now to show that the Tatparya, the purport of Shruti is in non-dual reality and not in Veda Dvaita. How come? In many Shrutis, the non-duality Advaita is praised and Dvaita duality is condemned. That shows the Tatparya of Shruti is in revealing Advaya Brahma only. Read the Karika.
जीवात्मनोरनन्यत्वम् अभेदेन प्रशस्यते नानात्वं निन्द्यते यच्च तदेवं हि समञ्जसम्
Jivatmanoho ananyatvam. Nanyatvam. Ananyatvam means identity, oneness between Jiva and Atma. Between Jiva, the individual entity, Samsari, and Atma. Between is what? Ananyatvam means Jiva in reality is Atma only. This is Prashasyate. Is praised. How? Abhedena. Abhedena in the sense Ekarasatvena. Ekarasatva, both being pointed out as one and the same Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. Ekarasa. One and the same entity. So by pointing out one and the same entity as the nature of Jiva and Atma is what the oneness, Ananyatvam, identity between them is what praised, Prashasati. Not only that, in contrast to this, is Nana, Yacha, whatever, Nanatvam, duality, Veda, manyness, Nanatvam, Nindyate is condemned by Shruti. On the one hand, Shruti praises non-duality, Advaya Brahma, and on the other hand, the Dvaita is condemned by Shruti as the source of sorrow. Brahman is praised, non-dual Brahman is praised as nothing but Paramananda Swarupa, totally free from sorrow. On the contrary, anything that is Dvaita, duality in nature, is condemned. Say, this is what is that. Tadevam is samanjasam. So that tadevam means evam. Evam means as per the praise and the censure. As per the Shruti, Prashamsa and Ninda. Tad. Tad means identity between Jiva and Brahma is what? Samanjasam. Is proper, is reasonable, is given, is accurate. Or evam, that is identity between Jiva and Atma being the truth. Tad. Tad can be taken as that Ninda and Prashamsa. Praise and censure. Praise of non-duality, Advaitva, and Dvaya being condemned is proper, Samanjasam. Either way it can be taken. Samanjasam. Read Bhashya.
यद् युक्तितः श्रुतितश्च निर्धारितं जीवस्य परस्य च आत्मनः जीवात्मनोः अनन्यत्वम् अभेदेन प्रशस्यते स्तूयते शास्त्रेण व्यासादिभिश्च.
Yad, whatever that is, yuktitaha shrutitaha cha. Yuktitaha shrutitaha cha. In accordance with yukti and shruti, Vedas, Upanishads. Nirdharitam, whatever that is ascertained, as per based on reasoning and shruti, what is that? Namely, jivasya parasya cha atmanoho. In the verse Karika it is jivatmanoho. The meaning of jivatma is jivasya and parasya cha atmanoho. Between jivatma and paramatma. Whatever that is, what is that? Ascertained. What is ascertained? Ananyatvam. Ananyatvam, identity. That is being praised. How? Abhedena. Abhedena in the sense, ekarasatvena, as one and the same entity. As one and the same entity. Stuyate is being praised. Where? By whom? Shastrena. By Adhyatma Shastra, Upanishads. And not only that, Vyasadi Beach. Vyasa Adi. Vyasa, was great sages like Vyasa. Shastrena. In Shastra it is praised. How? By revealing the result of Advaita Jnana. And what is the result of Advaita Jnana? Moksha. And because of duality, samsara. What is the exalted one? That which gives moksha. So that is why Shastrena Stuyate praised as the very means of gaining liberation, which is sought by everyone. They may know it or they may not know it. There will be people who may not know what is liberation. What is Atma? Brahma also they may not have heard at all. Yet they seek it. How? See the urge in everyone. Nobody has trained them. Everyone wants to live forever. Never wants to die. Everyone wants happiness forever. Never-ending happiness. No one wants sorrows. What does it mean? And again, no one would like to suffer ignorance. When the child asks 100 questions, what is that? 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 Ignorance cannot be tolerated. This unending pursuit of each and every, not only human, every living creature. Others may not be able to express it, but they are after it. Shows that I want to be forever as ever existent one. Shows that I want to have the happiness forever, no sorrows. That is exactly the nature of Atma Chaitanya. It is a very existence principle. It is the happiness principle. And it is itself the self-experiencing, self-knowing principle. Chit, Sat, ever-existent principle. Ananda, Ananta, Ananda, happiness principle. And it is something self-evident. If it were not self-evident, you will require a knowledge principle different from Atma Brahma to make you aware what Atma Brahma is as limitless happiness principle, Paramananda, as totally free from sorrow. In that case, that distinct knowledge principle from Atma Brahma will cast limitations to Atma Brahma. As a result, it will not be Ananta, it will be Santa, destructible in nature. No, truth is very clear. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. Limitless. So this being the case, is Vyasadibhishcha, it is praised. That means it is the very solution to our fundamental urge, or to the fundamental urge of every living creature to be forever, never die, to have never-ending happiness, and of course, knowledge principle in the sense, be aware of it. That means we are what we see, not knowing, we search in the place where it is not, where it cannot be. In the Jagat, which is inert in nature, which depends on the knowledge principle other than that, for its existence, we can't hope to get that ever existence principle, ever knowledge principle, ever happiness principle. And not knowing this, we search in the world. So that is how Vyasa Devi Shastra is Suyate. And Vyasa Devi, see, in every Manvantara, these Vyasas, they come. And Vyasa in each Manvantara goes to Shiva and gains the Adhyatma Jnana. Brahma Sutras are certainly what attributed to whom? Vyasa. Vyasa has not composed them on his own. He has learned from Bhagavan Shiva. This is what Shiva Rahasya reveals. In every Manvantara, the Vyasa who is born there goes to Kailasa, and from Shiva gains the knowledge. In fact, in the sixth ansha of Shiva Rahasya, called sixth part, ansha part. It has got 12 parts. Shiva Rahasya is as big as Mahabharata. Mainly, it contains, mainly means what? 11 anshas, 11 chapters, that is sections, contains about the glory of Shiva, how he can be worshipped, who are the great devotees of Shiva, pilgrimage centers, Sahasranama, and Dvadasha Jyotirlinga. Everything is centered on Shiva. But in one chapter, what is that true Shiva Swarupa? Is it simply the Kailasadipati Shiva? No, the form, it has got a form. So what is that Chit Shiva? The true nature of this Atma, or that means Shiva, that is revealed. It is called as Rubhu Gita. It's called Rubhu Gita. What Rubhu? Who had got this knowledge from? Who? Shiva only. Rubhu is elder brother of Vashishta, one of the Manasaputra of Brahmaji. Manasaputra means a son born of Sankalpa, just by Sankalpa, a volition. So he gets, and he tries to describe what that Atma, Brahma, Chit Shiva is in reality. Why he tries to express? Because it is beyond the range of words. When he is absorbed in the Swarupa, there is all that is there is Chinmatra, Chinmaya, Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. No mind, no buddhi, no speech, no indriyas. How can he describe it? No body. How can he describe it? Impossible. From that experience, by prarabdha, when he is out of it to an extent and aware of this body and the jagat, he tries to describe with the feeble material of the word that he can make use of in this particular state. He tries to explain. At times, there may appear to be some contradiction, etc. And it may not convey what he wants to say. Not because his inability. It is because of the inability of the words to describe what Atma Brahma is. But Rubhu tries that. So, just as in the Mahabharata, in the Bhagavad Gita, which speaks of Adhyatma mainly, so is Rubhu Gita and the Shiva Rahasya speaks of Adhyatma mainly. But even that Vyasa or Rubhu have got from whom? From Shiva only. So that is how this knowledge which is Vyasadivi given, etc., is the ultimate truth. And therefore, all these imagined notions by Kutarkikaha, people who reason for the sake of reasoning, who argue for the sake of argument without much substance in it, that is being condemned. Shastra condemns such wrong notions prevailing around and just upheld the truth in the Shruti. Continue.
यच्च
Yacha.
यच्च सर्वप्राणिसाधारणं स्वाभाविकं शास्त्रबहिष्कृतैः कुतार्किकैः विरचितं नानात्वदर्शनं निन्द्यते न तु तद्वितीयमस्ति द्वितीयाद्वै भयं भवति उदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति इदं सर्वं यदयम् आत्मा मृत्योः समृत्युमाप्नोति य इह नानेव पश्यति इत्यादि वाक्यैः च अन्यैश्च ब्रह्मविद्भिः
Brahmavadvi, again that nanatva darshanam nindyate. The notion of duality is condemned, criticized. Yacha, whatever that those notions of duality, which is sarva prani sadharanam, which is commonly found in all people. Why so? Because swabhavikam means avidyakam. It is born of avidya. It is born of what? Avidya. And avidya is something natural. In the sense, we are born ignorant. How come? If you are a jnani, you will not be born at all. The very fact that you have got the birth shows ignorance. Only exception is who? Avatars. If Ishvara takes an embodiment, he is not because they are ignorance, but he has got a mission. Likewise, there are certain deputies of Ishvara who are jnanis, but for some purpose, in the beginning of kalpas, they are born, like Vasishta, Rubu. So, they are not ordinary jivas. They may have multiple births, but identity is one and the same. And all along they have got the Swarupa Jnana. Except these, all are born because of their ignorance of their true nature. So that is how Swabhavikam, which is common to all people, because to be ignorant is that is why they have taken the birth. And it is, what is that? Nanatva darshanam. Nanatva darshana is the notion of duality. The notion of duality. Who have imagined all this? Shastra bahishkritaihi utarkikaihi virachitam. Virachitam, concocted, created, imagined by who? Utarkikaihi. Utarkika means those who indulge in tarka, reasoning, which is not proper, it is improper, which is shastra bahishkrita. Reasoning totally opposed to shastra. By such logicians, whatever that this is what duality that is imagined. Tat nindyati, that is condemned, criticized in the many Upanishadic passages. Then Kutarkika. See, a Tarkika may listen to you and may be interested in knowing the truth. This is Vada, a healthy discussion. The discussion is to come to an ascertainment of what is the final truth. There is no motive of either winning over the other or dismissing other. It's like a healthy exchange of ideas to arrive at a conclusion, which is the final and as per the Shastra. Because finally it should be in accordance with Shastra. Because Pramana is what? Vedas. Whether it is Karma Kanda or Jnana Kanda. Once it happened, many years back, many decades back, Satya Sai Baba in those days was not that old, he was quite young. Every year, during Navratra, for a few days, he used to arrange Veda Purusha Saptaha Yajna. And the Ritviks from all over India who are highly learned were being invited to perform that yajna. And as the usual procedure, all they assemble and they determine the procedure in which it has to be conducted. There at one point, the particular procedure about the materials required, there rose a difference of opinion. Two opinions came. They searched in the Shastras, but they could not come to a conclusion which of the two procedure is correct. Their only means or way was to consult Satya Sai Baba. Of course, though they are great Ritviks, at the same time they were aware of the stature of Satya Sai Baba. They asked him. He gave a version totally different from the two options. They were fixed from where it has come. They were not aware of it. They studied Vedas. Finally, what is that? You have to ransack the Vedas. Started. Finally, they found, yes, that is the method. So, final means of knowledge is Veda only. So, based on Vedas, whatever you argue to arrive at what is the tatparya of it, for which tarka, reasoning is necessary. A tarkika is interested in that to know what the truth is. Therefore, a tarkika may learn, but Shankaracharya elsewhere remarks, Ayukti Purvakam Bruvanastu na asmabhi nivaryati. We can argue with a tarkika who has some norm to argue, but a person who is Ayukti Purvakam Bruvana, who speaks without any basis of reasoning, asmabhi na nivaryati. We cannot make him shut his mouth. He will talk anything and everything. What can you do about it? democracy. No? In the name of democracy, freedom, you even speak something which is detrimental to the interest of the nation. This is what they think freedom. Such people, what can be done? At least here some laws may be there and they will be put in the jail. But here you can't stop such people. And they have got some followers also. Yukti purvaka bruvana so nasmabhi nivaryati. So here, that's why kutarkika virajna. There is no basis in the Shastra for what they say. So kutarka virajnam, nanatva darshanam, the notion of duality, nindyate, is condemned. Where few passages of Shruti Upanishads are given. First, Brihadaranyaka 4.3.23, Natu tad dvitiyam asti. Something called other than Brahma, Atma is not there. A second entity other than Brahma is not there at all. Duality is not there at all. Dvitiya dvai bhayam bhavati. Any duality means source of fear. Dvaitadi bhavam bhavati, same thing. Duality causes the fear. No one is afraid of oneself. From other, you are afraid of. Dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati. This is from Brihadaranyaka 1.4.2. Earlier 4.3.23 Brihadaranyaka. Ut aram antaram kurute athatasya bhayam bhavati. Taittiriya 2.7.1. Brahmandavali 7th Anuvaka, first mantra. Yaidabudaram antaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. Yeah, anywhere here. Ut aram. Even a little what? Aram. Antaram. Bheda. Duality. Cast, does. Thereby atatasya bhayam bhavati. Fear for him. Now, everything is one and the same entity, not duality. Idam sarvam yadayamat. All that is there, which appears to be there, is nothing but this Atma Sarupa only. Brihadaranyaka 2.4.6 and also Brihadaranyaka 4.5.7. Atma. Then Katha 2.1.10. Mrityoho saha mrityumapnoti ya iha nanaiva pasya. One who sees as though there is duality, plurality. From mrityoho saha mrityumapnoti. Literally it means what? From death unto death he goes. Means he continues to be the same standard of what? Death. And what that death? Samsara. A repeater in a standard who fails, he has to continue in the same standard. So, which presupposes in between birth, means he gets caught up forever in the cycle of transmigration, punarjanma. Ityadi vakyaischa. By such Shruti statements, Annaischa, Brahmavidbhi. By other statement by who? Brahmavidbhi. By Brahmajnani. What is done? That earlier phrase, Nanatva darshanam nindyati. This notion of duality is censured, is condemned. Continue, Yachaitat.
Yachaitat यच्च एतत् तदेवं हि समञ्जसं ऋजु ऋज्ववबोधं न्याय्यम् इत्यर्थः.
Yacha etat. So whatever this, what is that? Prashausanam nindanam. Two distant aspects. Praise of Advaya non-duality. Censure, condemnation, criticizing of what? Duality. That is what? Both. As with the distinct topics. Etad. Yacha. Etad means tad. Tad means whatever this is praise and criticism. Evam hi samanjasam. Evam hi samanjasam. What is that evam hi? Dvaitasya ashastriyatvam. Advaitasya tatparyagamyatvam. Whatever duality is what? Ashastriya. Not as per the Shastra. And Advaitasya tat tatparyam is the tatparya of Shastra. One may say, why are you so biased about Shastra? Because it is the only pramana, the means of knowledge in ascertaining atindriya vastu. Atindriya vastu means an imperceptible entity. An entity which cannot be perceived by jnanendriya, sense organs. The entity which cannot be known as an objectified object of mind and intellect. In such case, Shastra alone, Veda alone is the pramana. All our Vyavaharika pramanas, starting from Pratyaksha onwards, except the Shastra pramana, Pratyaksha, Anumana, Arthapatti, Upama, Anupalabdhi doesn't come in there. Shabda pramana is for Vedas, except this. They have no access to Brahman. Just as fire in water, where is it? Will get extinguished. It has no access. Like that, all these pramanas, which are based on perceptual world, are like, or they like the fire in the water. They just become non-operative. So this being the case, evam hi samanjasam. In the sense, ekatva only shastriyam. As per Shastra, advayatva, non-duality alone is shastriya and not the duality. So evam hi samanjasam, proper, reasonable. For that the meaning is given ruju avabodham. Ruju, sida, the correct way of knowing it. means which can be easily ascertained. There is no gadbad there. Ruji means straight away. Avabodham. And at the same time it is Nyayam, given to reasoning, which is verified by the Jnanis. In fact, Jnanis, what they do is, they certify, as it were, the correctness of the Shastras. So it is true. Why? We have verified it. We have experienced it. Otherwise, Shastra says so. Kisne dekha hai? Who knows what it is all about? No. With that confidence, with their hand on their chest, this is the truth. That is why the cardinal test of our Shruti Jnana is what? One, Shruti Pramana, Yukti, given reasoning. Third one is Vidvad Anubhava, the direct experience for Sakshatkara of Jnanis. See, Shastras are given by these Jivan Muktas only. If they are not aware of this truth, if they have not cognized this truth, if they have not experienced this truth, how can they describe it? And much more than words are not available for it, and they have to struggle. How is it possible? Not that. Jnani knows that is Paramananda, but he doesn't experience it. What you don't experience, you are not aware of it. What right you have got to talk about it? Unless you want a PhD in Upanishad. That is possible, but not knowledge. So, Nyayam ityartha. Whereas these brain waves of the Kutarkikas, they are not acceptable. Continue.
यास्तु तार्किक परिकल्पिताः कुदृष्टयः ताः अनृज्यः निरूप्यमाणाः न घटनां प्राञ्चन्ति इति अभिप्रायः.
This is abhipraya. This is what is the conclusion. Yastu, whatever. What are those? Kudrishtaya, kutsita, which is condemned views, drishtis, which are what? Tarkika parikalpita. Imagined, spun by the brains of Tarkikas. Kudrishtaya, which are, that is, Anrujvyaha. No Rujvyaha, Anrujvyaha means Anyayaha. Unjust. Just for the sake of argument. Unjust. They may make big noise, not allowing you to speak also. So that is Anujya. Nirupyamanaha, which are being described by them, say, Na ghatanam pranchanti. This is a phrase that is pranchanti, means happen to be. Na ghatana means they do not happen to be fit. Ghatana means sambhavana, fitness, competency, respect. Pranchanti means gachanti, na gachanti. They are nowhere near the reality. They cannot be considered as proper. They are unfit. They are improper. For which Tikakara gives quotation from Manusmriti. Says, Yaha Vedabhyaha Smritayaha Yasya Kasya Kudrishtaya Sarvaha Taha Jishfalaha Pretya Tamo Mulaha Hi Taha Smritaha. Yaha, whatever that means, whatever they are, which are, that is Kudrishti. Kudrishtaya means Veda Viruddhartha Shastrani. Some Shastras opposed to Vedas, Kudrishtaya, which are Veda Bhahyaha. Veda Bhahyaha means Veda Viruddha Pratipadaka. They speak something contrary to Vedas. Smrutayaha, some masters have, what is the Vedas? Not outside the scope of Vedas. And Yakasya Kudrishtaya. Sarvahataha. All of them, they Pretya Nishfalaha. Pretya means what? Marananantaram. They don't lead them anywhere. They don't give moksha nor any heaven. So Pretya Nishfalaha. They are useless in nature. Why? They are taha, those tamo mulaha smrita. Tamo mula means brahma mulaha, born of erroneous notions. There is no basis of Shastra for them. Better discard them. If you follow them, you are going to get misguided and come to ruin. It's not going to help you anywhere at all. So therefore, one should follow the Shastra only. And this being the case, the praise of duality, praise of non-duality, censure of duality shows that all that is, there is only one Advaya Atma, no dual, no many Atmas at all. Further reasoning also is being given based on the Shastra. We'll see that.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।